As promised, here's some of the cool stuff I saw at Flight Sim Expo 2024 this year at Rio, Las Vegas. I'm going to divide this footage up into smaller videos. Just to be honest, some of the video that I took isn't that great, so I have to pick and choose what's good enough to show. Better practice next year, I guess. This first video I'm going to put out is on the Beam eye tracker. This is one of the coolest things I found at Expo, and I think that a lot of people will enjoy it, and it's priced very reasonably and looks like something that could be a compromise between VR and maybe the old track IR. Hope you enjoy.
You just move your eyes, you don't even have to move your head.
Non, non, en fait, c'est pour...
Just move your eyes.
That's crazy.
Down. Isn't that cool? Because it's running off of the webcam here. But if you don't have a webcam, you can use that or a full phone.
Non, c'est juste ici, normalement c'est 60 frames per second, t'as 60 ou 90, ça va...
That really is cool.
Isn't that cool?
Nimbus Pilot Challenge. This is basically mission editor and mission flying tool. This is in Expo. This is the way to create a mission. This is a short example that you can create several kind of missions. You can select what kind of airplane that mission is created for. This is an example of how to place objects inside the scene. This is not a scenery editor, this is a mission creator. So all the objects that you add from this tool can interact. They can move, they can react to your presence, to your actions. And this is the way to place them in the scene. As you can see, there are 3 objects right now there. And this is part of what's coming through, which is probably the most fun. In the missions, and if you remember what I told you before about the human flying in South Asia, it's a Vietnam scenario that is coming to with a mission, with missions for it. So I think this adds a new layer of fun and excitement to the simulator. Why is this a solution for the post-flight emptiness syndrome? Because you are also going to be able to share your statistics, your flights, your missions. You will be able to share what you create with others. And you're going to have a tool that will give you jobs inside the simulator, not only what you create in your mind, which I think is what most of us are as simmers do. We invented a scenario and we fly it. This is going to materialize that. This is basically what is going to have mission, jobs, and undoing. I need to keep going because I don't have too much time, but this will be posted later, so you can check it out in more detail. What else is coming? This. No hydraulic controls, fuel guzzler, beautiful. The 707. I'm not sure if you are going to be flying this airplane more from the cockpit or from the wing, because I don't know, for me this is iconic, this view. All this is also related to physics. So the result of the vibrations, the moving flex, the engine movement, the cockpit vibrations is going to be very realistic, and it's going to be working also in VR because it's not attached to the camera, but it's the actual model that is vibrating and shaking. These are work in progress images, so expect more results soon, but I think this gives an idea of what it's going to be like. Well, this was supposed to be before the video. For Expo 12. Can you guess what airport it is? Not Las Vegas. You got it. Charlotte International is coming for Expo 12.1 today. We are using all the available tools that Expo 12.1 give us from default. We are using default, not default in 3D models, but the default option for moving gateways. So no extra plugins or no extra trouble. We're using extensive PDR textures, normal maps, all the weather effects are going to be here too. So when it rains, when it snows, you're going to see the effects on the airport.
Hello, Alto Ground, Scout 1720, Papa type Cessna 172, looking for VFR departure to the north with flight following, and we have information following.
Skyhawk 1720, Papa Palo Alto Ground, good morning. Clear to the north, VFR Animal 3500. Departure will be 121.3.
Delta 1219, good morning. Runway 32 via Charlie Echo and the number to Lima, please. Delta 1219, holy short 32, ready.
Safe flight, Brian.
Delta 1219, here we go to that ball this time. Delta 1219, roger, descend and maintain flight level 230 and let me know if you need more than that.
It was part of the former Barbers Point Naval Air Station. The beach is a... Ladies and gentlemen, we've somehow managed to reach our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet, despite Captain Chris's best efforts to make this flight feel like a roller coaster. The plastic seatbelts are
Chris.
but let's be honest, you might want to keep that seatbelt fastened just in case he decides to surprise us with some more creative flying.
Pay attention to the sound of the engine. A smooth, steady sound indicates proper mixture.
Delta 1219, we're having trouble with the left engine. Declaring emergency, ease to reach the top as we can. Delta 1219, understood. If you remaining in hold on board, I will clear the way to Tampa. Descend at your discretion, SayIntentions.AI. The 1219, we're waiting 225 at 12 runway 19 left, clear to land. Delta 1219, welcome to Tampa. We've got emergency equipment on standby if needed.
Come on! How cool is this? I gotta tell you, I have my phone and I'm sitting in the cockpit and I'm flying with that thing and I just go, this is so cool, right? And like the little boy in me just comes alive when I hear this stuff. It's so cool. Well, like I said, we got a little carried away with our original goal, but I'm glad that we did. The ATC side is incredible. IFR, VFR, 24/7 coverage, 88,000 airports, oceanic, PIREPS, chatter, traffic advisories, as you heard in there, region-specific procedures. You can pick up a flight mid-air if you manage to lose VATSIM coverage mid-air. Just pick it up mid-air or on the way in, and vice versa, no problem. On the immersion side, speaks and understands 14 languages, you guys. Come on, we're the first ATC in the world to speak some of these languages. Incredible. Full VR support. The controllers have distinct personalities. Some of them are super friendly, some of them are not so friendly, just like in real life. Yes, we modeled that. By the way, we also have Kennedy Steve. His voice, with his permission, is the ground controller at JFK. Very cool. The personality is there and it's hilarious, yes. Full multiplayer support. One of the important pieces of this for us was 0 menus, 0 clicks, right? We wanted this to really feel like legitimate ATC. Tablet, mobile view, regional accents, those beautiful neural voices that you heard are unlimited. 0 impact on your CPU or your frame rate, and you can pause, accelerate, walk away, whatever you want. Like I said, a little carried away. We're not done. We got a lot of work to do, but we've got some great stuff coming up. Things like traffic injection, full AI sequencing of that traffic, living world AI, and tons more surprises on the way. Those who've been our customers or have been following us know we announce something pretty cool just about weekly. All of that is coming this year. All of this is built on top of best of breed cloud compute AI platforms, right? OpenAI, AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, all of these play critical roles in bringing together what's needed to make this thing live and real. I'm going to talk about that here in just a second. Let me add that one of the downsides of this, which we're going to talk about in just a second, is that this platform is eye-wateringly expensive to run. We'll talk about that in a second. We bring together let's see, I'm on which slide am I on here? One on the left? Oh, there we go, I'm on that one. Yeah, I mentioned these platforms that we bring together in addition to the partners that you saw on the previous slide in order to build this wonderful flight simulation ecosystem. But AWS, Google Cloud, OpenAI, Azure all play critical roles in what we're doing. We bring together all of this into the AI, or bring all this AI into the cockpit. But we realized not too long ago that the same technology that we're using to deliver ATC can do tons more. So we brought in tour guides, like you saw in the video, right? Cool stuff, right? It is legitimately really cool if you're flying around VFR and those tour guides are pointing out things as you're flying through the air. It's really neat. Flight instructors or mentors that will guide you through procedures and things like that while you're in the air. By the way, fully interactive with both of these. You can ask them questions, they'll answer back. Literally have a conversation. Not too bad for $29.95. Hold on, I don't want any applause yet. Not at that price, right? We've never been happy with that price, but we've made promises where we've said, look, as the price of the technology comes down, we promise we're gonna make that okay, right? We're going to solve that problem. We can solve it in 2 ways. One of them is by bringing you more, right? There's more we can bring you for that amount. So, I have 2 more things for you. The first one is, as of today, it's live now, we're adding AI cabin crews. Kind of cool, right? You heard in the video the cabin crew kind of ripping the pilot a little bit. That's available as of now. That's included in the subscription fee. But maybe more important than that, well, let me add this here. Yeah, you can actually pick your cabin crew. We'll add more cabin crews as time goes along. And we're going to add all kinds of features. Yeah. I'm so glad you guys noticed that. But they adopt these personalities, by the way. The grade A group, that's exactly what you would expect on a normal flight. Quitting time? Yeah, they've had enough.
They've been flying with me too long.
Raise your hand if you're familiar with our tour guide, Janet. Janet is very funny, and she is now, she can now be your flight attendant in addition to her role as a tour guide, so you can bring her in there. But I want to emphasize, and this is really important, guys, we keep our promises. And that promise I mentioned to you about price, that as the cost of this insanely cool AI technology comes down, we will pass that along to you. Guys, we're making good on that today. As of right now, the price is now $19.95 a month. We're not done with the price drops, by the way. Again, as the price of the technology platforms continues to go down, we intend to pass those on to you guys. Stop by our booth. If you can't, we've got a 24-hour trial that is free, so anybody can go in and try it out, see what it's all about. But at our booth, we're also giving away discounts for $5 off your first month, which should be very cool. Give you a chance to really get in there for 30 days. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much from SayIntentions. And I gotta say, I'm probably never going to be a real world pilot at this this point, but now I can cross off being not made fun of by Kennedy Steve on my bucket list, and I can just do this. So fantastic, dreams do come true. What are your guys' thoughts?
There's a lot of really great ATC things happening in flight simulation. This is definitely a big one. The price drop that was pretty good, and it's a 24-hour free trial. It's a hard argument. If you guys are afraid of getting one of these air traffic control, this is definitely a good first step. Definitely recommend it.
I think for bringing people into the community, into flight simulation, the different languages, the different accents, being able to use an AI ATC and speaking with a real person is comfortable for you to begin with, or maybe ever. I think this is a really exciting, really exciting way to engage with ATC. And myself, I keep getting my mind. The one person who I know in my real life who is an air traffic controller, who's in military and civil, is a woman who sounds kind of like me, and I don't really hear that in other simulations. So I kind of like being able to customize.
Very cool. Yeah. Well, one last note before we go on to CAB simulations here is that you mentioned something I never thought of before is as someone who uses VATSIM a lot, there are those gaps where you take off at full ATC and suddenly you're on your own, or vice versa.
Every day.
And you never thought about it. I can just pick that up and take the rest of the flight that way with SayIntentions, or
So
do
do
it
I.
until I get to somewhere where VATSIM comes online. So very cool flexibility built into that. So we next have CAB simulations. CAB simulations is here. James Kavanaugh is going to present.